Hi everybody, Alexis here, Diamond Painting from the D. And we all know the D stands for Detroit. Today we're going to try something just a little bit different. I'm just playing around because I have all of this Art and Glow rosin. Yes, the epoxy. So we're going to try something a little different. This is just an ugly little partial of a cute little kitten that I can afford to lose. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour him, I made up the epoxy already, boom. So what I'm going to do is see how it looks let's imagine that this is a whole diamond painting. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pour some of the epoxy in first, and then I'm going to put him in it, soak him down in there, whoosh, whoosh, and then I'm going to cover him with some more epoxy and see how he turns out in 24 hours. Now, because I don't have any molds yet, I did check and they on just a layer of plastic wrap, and if it's laid flat, then the epoxy should not grip onto it. So we're gonna see. This is an experiment, okay? So I don't want to hear, oh God, you did that wrong, okay? Hey, do you think peanut butter was made the first time? No. It was some mistakes, okay? Before it got to that creamy deliciousness that we all know now. So George Washington Carver made some mistakes, so will I, okay? I ain't saying I'm George Washington Carver, but hey, we all got to start somewhere. Now, I have only used this once and it turned out pretty good, but we're going to try it. Okay, so I'm going to pour some of the epoxy in first. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's get that little tip off. And I'm going to spread it around. I'm going to spread it around and let it go everywhere. As a matter of fact, I'm going to help it along with a little brushing. Okay, just going to brush it all over this canvas. This piece of plastic. Okay, just want to see if I can get sort of lay flat. I'll straighten that out in a minute. You guys know I'm only using this. I'm doing this all one-handed. Hey. So now I'm going to set the brush over here. I'm going to flatten this back out. I really don't care if it gets messed up or not. This is just an experiment. Sorry about the shaking. But we're going to try it and see how it works. It'll be 24 hours before this cures. Okay, so now that I've got enough down there, what I'm going to do is actually stick this, sorry about that, right on there. Boom, 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 just like that. Okay, going to suffocate the little kitty in some epoxy now. Okay, so I'm going to start up here at the top, pour some, pour it all over him, pour, pour, pour. And we're going to see how this works out tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to use all of this in here because I do want it to totally cover the little tiger. So I'm going to make sure that the little tiger gets covered. And it's supposed to start off a little foggy, and then it clears as it dries. The other one that I had, the Clear and Glow, it didn't have this fog look to it. So let's keep going. I'm going to pour it all. Okay. You can see the little tiger is still there. And then I'll just use my hand because you must wear gloves with this stuff and some kind of mask or cover your face somehow. And make sure you don't inhale too much of it because it will, like I said, this kind of stuff right here will take a dragon out, okay? So I poured it all in there. He's totally covered. I don't care about the edges because I can take a knife and do something with the edges. I just want to make sure that it's all in there and that none of it comes out because this stuff is like gold, okay? It's very, very precious. All right, so it's covered. The whole tiger, little tiger is covered. Now tomorrow, I will come back down here and take a look at it. And if I feel that it needs another coat on top, simply because it might need another coat on top, I will pour another coat. We'll let you know. I didn't want to show you all of the steps of going through mixing the epoxy because, again, people, I do this on my phone with one hand. And what I'm going to do now is take and kind of try to straighten it out a little bit and kind of pour it, kind of let it slide all over the place just to make sure it's got an even coating on it. Okay. And what I want to do really is start getting some colors and making up some stuff, some pretty stuff, because you got to have more than, well, no, you don't. You don't have to have more than one hobby. You can do more than just, diamond painting. It's a little bit fun to get away from the monotony of just diamond painting. I don't want to put my phone in my other hand now because it's got epoxy all over it. But yeah, I'll straighten this out and see about leveling it out. And yeah, so this is my little experiment to see how it works out. It's just a little experiment. And I'm going to have to touch my phone. Okay. Got to make sure that that plastic stays pulled back. And then we'll take a look at it tomorrow. So you'll be getting 2 videos. Yeah, this stuff is really, really strong. So please make sure you have on some kind of mask. Because if you don't, woo baby, your family gonna think you kind of cray-cray. Because this stuff will kind of get to you. Okay, so please, safety first, everyone. Gloves, plastic cups, boom. And this again is Art and Glow. That's the coating. That's the other one. And you can tell that one is hardener and one is rosin because it'll say it on the back so you don't get them mixed up in case you have more than one container of this stuff. I have another box that was just sitting. I didn't even know I had 2 boxes of this. But yeah, I do. So 2 bottles of it each. So I can actually play around and do some other stuff with it. But I just want to make sure that the entire little tiger, and he is, you can't tell, but I can tell, he is totally covered. And we're going to see how he turns out tomorrow. And then what I'll do is I'll clip down these sides. This is just a rough rendering. Okay, so it doesn't have to be absolutely straight and perfect. I just want to see how it turns out. And I'm going to give it 24 hours to dry. This one you have to give 24 hours. Some of them you can actually unmold in like 4 or 5 hours. But this one, I'm going to give it to 24 and see what happens. I know it's going to not be the best. But hey, like I said, nobody did anything perfect the first time. Except for we know who. The big man upstairs. All right. He's the only one. So the rest of us make some mistakes along the way. But I'm going to work with it and see if I can get the plastic to not have these streaky lines going through it. But hey, they may be a little funky. I don't know. I might like it that way. I might even take and, toss some extra drills somewhere down in here and just give it a little oomph around the little tiger. But yeah, this is my experiment. And it is the epoxy acrylic resin test number 1. So we're on this journey together. Yes, we are. So remember, everybody, safety first. He is totally submerged. We're going to call him Kitty Boo Boo. Little Kitty Boo Boo is totally submerged in the epoxy. So tomorrow we will find out what's going on. And I'm going to go back upstairs and get away from this and let it dry. I'm going to cover it with the lid that came with the, no, I'm not, because then it would be, sorry about the jumping, then it would be like stuck to the lid. But nobody comes down here, so I'll find something to cover it with and keep the little dusty dust off of it. And I kind of like the little cracking things around it. I might add a few more in there. I kind of like that. Let's see how it turns out tomorrow in 24 hours. So let's say about 6 p.m. I'll make another video and show you what it looks like. All right, everybody. So remember, what you put out there always comes back to you. So let's put out a little love, a little peace, a little understanding, a little compassion. Okay? And that will what? What will it do, kitty boo-boo? It will come back to ya. So until we meet again, fine folks out there in YouTube land, ladies and germs, peace. Bye. Oh man, how am I supposed to touch my phone to stop this video? Help me, somebody, help me. Oh my goodness. Bye everybody. It didn't